I think the statistic is 1 in 4 binge eaters have some form of post-traumatic stress disorder.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and it's not just sexual abuse or assault, but any sort of accident, severe injury, anything that was traumatic can trigger it. But getting back to the issue of sweating, because I know that's also a huge ongoing problem in life. Have you been tested in terms of your thyroid and for medications, things that might be contributing to the sweating?
I actually have gone to a couple doctors about my sweating, and I've been told consistently I have anxiety. And that's all I've ever been told. And I'm thinking, I don't feel like I have anxiety. I don't feel anxious. So I'm left confused.
And is the sweating everywhere, or is it just under your arms? Like, tell us a little bit more about it.
The sweating begins under my arms. I mean, like right now, the sweat stain is happening as we speak, and I've done nothing all day. So it starts under my arms, and then it travels to my face, which is, again, why I have this wonderful trusty pad, because it just is the only thing that takes care of it. So but it all begins in the roll of excess skin I have, and it kind of pools there to start with.
So has anybody ever talked to you about hyperhidrosis? Is that a term that's ever been brought up?
I have no idea what hyperhidrosis means.
Okay, so hyperhidrosis is when your sweat glands are too active, irrespective of the heat. Because obviously sweat is designed to cool you down. That's why we sweat. But when you're sweating, even when it's 30 degrees out, even when you're not anxious, when you're not stressed out, we think there's a problem with the signaling. So there's a chemical your body releases called acetylcholine, which triggers those sweat glands to release sweat. When you're kind of releasing that all the time, regardless of the environment, and not to cool down, that actually has a name. That's called hyperhidrosis. And we have a whole armamentarium of tools that might be helpful in this situation. There are medicines called anticholinergics, which decrease your production of that acetylcholine. Now, sometimes they do have side effects because they're slowing down all your secretions. They can give you dry mouth. They can certainly give you constipation, but appropriately titrated with medical monitoring, we may be able to interrupt that signal that's telling you to sweat, even if there are multiple reasons that you may be releasing that signal. There are other things like injecting botulinum toxin, which is used in hyperhidrosis under the arms, the palms, and soles, kind of localized areas which cleave the receptor that actually receive that signal to sweat. And there are certainly even prescription strength antiperspirants, which you've probably tried, which have high concentrations of aluminum chloride. So I do want you to know there is hope for at least the sweating portion of this. And I'm more than happy to see you in my clinic and work with you on this condition and take you forward so we can help you with that.
You know, Michael, that's not all. I had the opportunity to take a look at your pictures, and you know, if you watch our show, you've seen me deal with these massive weight loss patients, both men and women. The chest, the sides here can be one of the most, challenging and troublesome areas for you after losing that weight. So that being said, I want to offer my services to you that we're going to, and the fact you've had it done, you have changed. Maybe you've lost more weight, you've grown, the skin has given. We need to be more aggressive in doing that breast reduction and shaping that chest for you to eliminate all of that loose skin. I'm confident we can get a really nice result for you. All right, buddy?
See, these come in handy.
So, we're gonna fix you up, buddy.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Thank you.